Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. The name of the show is Appeal to Reason, and you can find it on YouTube and on Rumble. So ISIS is basically having the best week ever right now. They successfully convinced a veteran of the United States Army to commit a pretty hideous terrorist attack on American soil this week. And then also, they've got this video that I'm going to be showing you that they can be using as a promotional tool to get new recruits to join them. So this video is from a lovely young lady by the name of Virgie Tover. She was hired by the government of the city of San Francisco out in California. She is hired by them, believe it or not, to promote obesity and I guess be a influencer to promote obesity on behalf of the government and getting government money to do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video. If ISIS isn't already using this as a recruitment video, they probably are going to be using it shortly. Let's dive right in.
Hi, I'm award-winning fat activist and professional feminist killjoy Virgie Tovar, and I'm here today to talk to you about an epidemic that's affecting women everywhere. It's called CRFI. If you're like many women, you've been to a birthday party or a small office gathering, an event that's meant to bring people together. There's swinging tunes, some adult beverages, and good convo. And then it comes time to cut the cake, and someone decides to ruin everything.
Oh my God, that slice is huge. That slice is bigger than Beyonce's paycheck. Can you cut me half of that?
A cake-related fatphobic incident, or CRFI, is that moment when it's time to eat delicious cake and it's interrupted by a moralizing impulse. Inevitably, there's always someone at the party who has to declare publicly that their slice is too large, and that the person who's cutting the cake, almost invariably a woman, must do some disproportionate amount of labor in order to accommodate their need to feel superior. Let's take a look.
Can you do a little bit, can you scrape all the frosting off and cut it in half and give me 2 forks, because I'm sharing. Small, a little bit more, tiny, no, less than what you're smaller, please.
Could you just cut my piece into 12 equal symmetrical little pieces and put each one into a tiny little Tupperware?
All right, how long can this go on for? If I have to watch another 3 minutes of this, I might rent a Cybertruck and fill it with explosives and who knows what. These people are psychopaths. They want everyone around them to eat like they do and become diabetic and die of a diabetes-induced coma at 45, just like they're probably going to do. I feel like this body positivity movement was probably all started when they started working on Ozempic. Whatever company came up with that probably were the ones that started this whole influencer campaign and the mukbangs, I think is what they call those, where you just basically get paid to eat a bunch of food on YouTube. It really is embarrassing for us as a society, I feel like. And whoever came up with this fat influencer thing was definitely playing some major 4D chess moves so that they could come out with Ozempic, 5-10 years later. Let's punish ourselves with some more of this video.
So that I can have a bite for each month of 2018. Thanks.
Smart. Let's take a step back and view what's happening through a critical feminist lens. CRFIs typically happen in environments where there are primarily or exclusively women. Women are disproportionately negatively affected by diet culture because diet culture maps onto sexism. Like many parts of diet culture, there is a significant performance component. You have to show others that you are being good. Controlling how much you eat is part of what it means to be a, quote, good woman. This kind of behavior is a way for people to keep other people in check through food moralizing, surveillance, and policing. These are the mechanisms that are at the core of diet culture and weight control. The idea that you can position yourself as superior to others through self-control and self-denial is super sexist. CRFIs have a history of creating a hierarchy among women and ultimately in maintaining misogynist expectations. Watch how this woman demonstrates a different way to engage with cake. Thank you. No, thank you. Practice just taking the cake slice you're given, or simply saying no thanks. Don't make other people be your cake nanny, because women already have too much on their plate. With a sexist culture, navigating underwhelming romantic options, and an absurdly inexplicable pay gap. So remember, the next time that you're on the verge of committing a CRFI, be an ally to women rather than an accomplice to patriarchy. Because, after all, patriarchy doesn't give up.
Okay, I think I've seen enough. That literally made my eye twitch. All this woke gobbledygook was just woven throughout, and I don't know how she kept just going on about it and kept a straight face. I think this could be the next Matt Walsh documentary, because she said, what, critical feminism or something? Can't even remember what she said, but it's like, I guess the new version of critical race theory is critical fat theory. I don't know what. It's ridiculous, but I would just love to see Matt Walsh in a fat suit coming in and teaching people how to not be fat phobic bigots anymore. I would pay to go see that in theaters for sure. But, the reason why being in shape and being super fit and jacked or whatever is rare is because it's really hard, okay? And you're going to act like you know, you're morally superior, I guess, because you're so accepting and encouraging people to be obese. Like we're the people on the right, we're supposed to be science deniers, but these people are saying, "Oh, it's fine, just be obese and die of heart disease at 45." I don't think that's being compassionate at all. That's, so, okay, you're being so inclusive because you're helping these people basically, you know, go to an early grave when they could be around and living a great life way longer, and, the quality of their life could be so much better. I mean, people can do whatever they want in their life, but, to act like this is some great thing is just ridiculous to me. And some of the things she was saying about, having poor dating options and whatnot, it's like, lady, don't get on to me about that, and don't act like they'll act like, oh, you're so shallow, you just care about what a woman looks like. Well, that, for one, that is a huge component on how men judge women, and how who they're gonna pick is gonna be someone that they are very attracted to. And also, if someone's super overweight, I'm gonna assume that, and most likely correctly so, that she's not going to be, as disciplined or dedicated, and not going to be, interested in going to the gym with me or going on hikes with me, doing the sort of activities that, a fit person enjoys doing. And also, she's not going to be around probably to see my grandkids with me, because she's probably going to die of a diabetes related illness, much earlier. And it's, they're ignoring the fact that this is completely destroying the healthcare system, of this country. And, no one wanted to talk about during COVID why we had so many mortalities in this country. It's like, look, instead of, keeping the gyms open, they kept McDonald's open. You could still get all the things that were making you unhealthy to where COVID would kill you. And they were closing down and stopping you from doing the things that actually would keep you. They weren't even letting people go to the beach and get the vitamin D that they need and the fresh air that they need so that they could stay healthy. They were doing literally the opposite of what the government should have been doing, if they actually cared about people. They weren't talking about, taking vitamins, taking supplements, doing these things that would actually help people. And all I can say is thank God that Trump won, because if Kamala had won, that this lady wouldn't just be in San Francisco government. She'd probably be promoted and put in the Harris Walls administration in some facet. I mean, you see what the Biden administration has as their Secretary of Health right now. It's a joke. And, RFK is going to be a completely different thing. And thank God the clown show that we've seen the past 4 years is going away very soon, because who knows how much worse it could have gotten under Kamala. And, they're trying to change, this is evolutionary biology. This has been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's ingrained in our DNA, these preferences that people have, the things that they look for, that make you say, okay, this person is going to be a good mate, or this one, probably not going to be the best candidate, probably not the best person to have offspring with. It's crazy that they want to just ignore these facts and act like they are the party of science when clearly they're not. They can't tell you what a woman is, and they say, oh, fat is healthy. It's absurd, and God knows this is what the third world war is going to start over, because if China has their influencers start to do this kind of stuff, they have fat influencers in China all of a sudden, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, we have got to stop the United States. They are killing us. I'm being ridiculous right there. Not being serious at all, but you get my point. If you enjoyed this video, please share this video with your friends and like and subscribe to my channel.